that everyone needs to understand is the importance of having a healthy weight. You did mention about the repercussions of it, the NCDs, and the rate is skyrocketing.
Yeah, we had a program with that about the fact that is the biggest disease that we are going to have to deal with now.
Exactly. So when you take 10 deaths, 7 out of that is as a result of an NCD, which is lifestyle induced.
Which could have been prevented.
Absolutely.
So 7 people died from preventable causes.
Yes, every 10 deaths, 7 out of it is lifestyle induced.
So out of the funerals we went to this weekend, 7 out of 10.
Yes. It's as a result of the way we eat. It's as a result of our inactivity. So we are very happy to be here to talk about this because for us in TNU, we're very passionate about preventing premature deaths. Like we've seen too many of those and it breaks our heart. Right. So we've had clients who've joined us. And if you hear me say Queen, they are TNU client because they're very special. So we call them our queens. We've had clients, and I'm just giving a bit of a background before I get to how to lose weight. Because if you understand why you need to do it, the journey becomes easier, you know. So
step 1 is your why.
Your why. Your why needs to go beyond the physical look, you know, because if you don't have the right why and you get to the barriers, you might just give up. Especially if the why is to look good for a man and you realize, oh, he's found someone else, you know, before you know it, oh, I'm not even interested in doing this anymore, you know. So your why must be strong, and the why is for your health. Beyond everything else is for your health. So you understand your why. Now, how do you do it? You can do it by yourself, or you can do it by getting help.
Hold on. Why? So the why is for my health.
Yes.
But there are other reasons for the why.
Yes.
I have a wedding. I need to fit a dress in December.
Yes.
My knees hurts.
Yes.
My knees hurts. And
Yes.
it's because, you know, I've come to accept the fact that the weight is a bit too much.
Yes.
And I have to try and do something about it.
Absolutely.
My doctor says blood sugar is bad.
Yes.
Or blood pressure is abnormal.
Yes.
My other doctor says, because of my weight, I'm not ovulating, so I need to. All those are
do something about it. Absolutely,
those are good reasons,
yes.
right? Even though they are health related.
Yes, health related. Actually, this just reminded me of one of our clients who reached out and mentioned that she wanted to lose weight. So we asked, because it's important to know what your current weight is, you know. So we asked what her weight was, and she mentioned 220.
What?
So at that point,
hold on, pounds or kg?
Exactly. At that point, I paused and said, "Did you mean pounds or kg?" And it was kg.
Oh, man.
kg. Could CJ. kg. And you see, what made her sad was when she said she's tried everything. You know, so I know some of your listeners might have tried everything. You know, so you get to the point where you begin to believe that you might not be able to do this. But the good news is that you can lose the weight. And that's why we're here. You know, no matter where you are, no matter what you've done, no matter your age, no matter your gender, you can lose the weight, right? So we've also had clients who called us to lose the weight because for health reasons, because their sugar levels are high, their cholesterol levels are high. We get excited when they join, they kind of adopt a healthy lifestyle. That's what we'll talk about today. And then they see the changes. They come back that, oh, my doctor cannot believe my vitals now. Many of them have been on medications for so many years, but because they've adopted a healthy lifestyle, they've been taking off the medications. We are not only excited about the fact that they've been taking off the medications. What we want is for your listeners to say, oh, I've never had a health condition because I have been living a healthy lifestyle. That is what we want to hear, you know, where everyone is preventing it. Because we all know that prevention is better than cure. But let me tell you for a fact, it's cheaper than cure. It's less stressful than cure. So if you're here, you probably think, oh, I don't have diabetes. I don't have cholesterol issues. I don't have hypertension issues. Oh, I don't have weight issues. But you see, that's the thing. Everyone thinks that this wellness thing is for those with weight issues. But there are lots of slender people who are like on a time bomb, you know, because the fact that your weight is not showing on your body does not mean you have good vitals, right? So I know now I've given you enough reason for the why to listen, you know, so that whatever you're doing, you will give us your attention to listen to this conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now know why. And it is a very, very big why. We shall take a short break and take our first song. Our song today is by Pastor Edwin Datson and is This Far by Grace.
You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM, your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Lifestyle, leisure, and business radio. Z 101.9 FM.
Welcome back to the program. This is Z Wellness Link. I'm your host, Dr. Padiaite, and today we are discussing how to lose weight. In our studio, we have Sena Yeboah from TNU Fitness and Coach CJ from TNU Fitness, who are showing us what to do. We've spent the first 15 minutes talking about the why. And your why should be for your health and to prevent disease and also to look good. That's the part that we see. But it's really important that you know why you are doing it so that when the roadblocks come, you are able to overcome them. Because come, they shall.
Yes.
And overcome them,
Yes.
you shall. Sena,
Dog?
we are done with our why.
Yes.
Shall we move to our how?
Absolutely.
Step one.
Step one.
Okay, so now we are on step two. Step one is why. Step two.
So there is, we've coined something
are you
in
taking
TNU.
Take notes.
We've coined something in TNU called seeds. So it's called TNU seeds, right? So the seeds is the how to lose weight. So the S stands for stress management. Yes. The E stands for eating healthy. The other E I would explain, Coach CJ and I would explain into details. The other E stands for exercising regularly. The D is drinking adequate water.
I thought the E was something else. Something else regularly. It starts with an E and continues with a J, but unfortunately, I was wrong. Please come back to.
Okay, so seeds. Now, I was speaking about seed. Now it's left with the other S. Can you guess what the other S stands for?
Sleep.
Oh, you see, you're really smart. Of course, sleep.
Okay.
So if you don't remember anything from this conversation, just remember seeds. Sowing and reaping. So if you sow the right seeds, you're going to reap
That's a lovely
the right
analogy.
things. Right. So, and the reason why we coin it this way is because
Please.
it has to be
Please say the
holistic.
seeds again. So S is
S is stress management.
stress management.
Yes.
E is
Eating healthy.
eat healthy. E,
Exercising
exercise
regularly. D is drinking adequate water.
Drinking adequate
Adequate water.
And S is sleeping
Sleep.
well.
Yes.
You got it all down. Thank you very much. Okay.
And
When
the
you go
reason
home,
why
you ask me what you did, what you learned in school today.
you see, and the reason why you need to approach it from
That
each of the
perspe- that-
seeds
that-
is
that angle.
because there's this joke about there are several ways to kill a cat. I don't know if you've heard it before. And they say the Ewes know how to do it better. Well, I'm an Ewe. First of all, I don't believe in killing cats. And I have no idea how to kill cat. But the point is, there are several ways to lose weight, dog. Several ways to lose weight. You can take pills, you can take concussions, you can go for surgery, several ways. But if you want to lose it and keep it off, because you can lose it, right? But keeping it off is also a whole science on its own. Right?
For me, that has been one of the biggest problems. When people ask, oh, I've heard about this injection, should I take it? I'm like, well, it works, but all it does is it stops you from feeling hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, when we bring it down to brass tacks,
Yeah.
it stops you from feeling hungry. You will lose the weight. But if your lifestyle doesn't change,
Yeah.
it's going to come right back. And you can't be taking it forever. So it is not
Sustainable.
it's not a sustainable
Yeah.
method. It's not the best way to
Yeah.
go about things. But it is fast and people kind of believe in it. But then after a while, they gain the weight back. And then they come and complain that the
Yes.
medicine didn't work.
Yes.
So I asked myself, so the injection makes you not eat. So then you lose weight.
Yes.
So just don't eat and save yourself the money. They don't like hearing that one.
Right.
So
So,
please, go ahead.
Yeah. So the first is stress management. I'm sure you're wondering, why do I need to worry about my stress if I want to lose weight? I just want to lose weight. Can't I just reduce my food, just do a little exercise? But you see, if you don't manage your stress, cortisol gets released. That hormone can really kind of be a huge stumbling block for you. You can be eating the right things. And we've seen clients, they are eating the right things. They're exercising regularly, but their stress is off the roof. So they're not losing weight.
Yeah.
And you begin to wonder, oh, is my weight loss a spiritual thing? Because I've heard people say that, oh, I think my weight loss is spiritual because I need to start praying about it because everything is not working. And it's because of your stress. So the first thing is to manage your stress. You know, being in Ghana, it's like the stress is inevitable, isn't it? Because even the weather can stress you. Weather is so hot.
It is. I hear that
You know.
every day. It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. You know, my daughter said, Mommy, Ghana is so hot. It's hotter than hell. Have you been to hell? But on a more serious note, so just for stress, I mean, that's a whole conversation on its own. But then this is just the rule of thumb. The ones you can avoid. The ones that you can't do anything about, you know, like the weather, like the dollar rate, those ones, you just can't do anything about it. Just manage it in such a way that it doesn't affect you. Right. Now, when it comes to eating healthy, and that's a big thing. That's a very big thing. I think we can have a whole section.
We will.
on
At this
that.
rate, we will. We will. I'm actually thinking of having a session for S, a session for E, a session for E. Because at this rate, it's like, okay, we need strategies.
Yes, exactly.
We need strategies.
Yes, but for the eating, I know we'll have a different section on
Yeah.
it, but the rule of thumb is you want to eat more God-made foods. If you are not sure, just anything that is close to nature, you know, eat those ones, more of those ones, okay? Less processed foods. And I know the processed foods are just convenient for us, especially for those who are in corporate.
Somebody says anything that has got more than 10 ingredients, you should avoid. When you look at the back and you see more than 10 ingredients, 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 9, 10, avoid.
Even 10 cries too long, you know. So more of those, less of the processed foods. You know, we want to take in more fruits, more vegetables. You see, and the trick is, you know, the trick for that is a lot of times, many people would say, oh, I don't like to eat this, I don't like to eat that. But we need to start to see food as fuel. There are times where I eat food not because I have the appetite for it, but I see it as fuel. It's like your car. Your car can't say, you know what, I'm tired of having diesel in this car. I want to have something else. No. You know.
Methylated spirits.
You know, then I know sometimes people say, oh, the healthy foods are expensive, but sickness is even more expensive. Right. So so for healthy eating, and I know especially for women, you know, we invest a lot in a lot of things like makeup,
Hair.
like shoes, like that.
Hair.
And I'm also guilty. So this hair,
It's not like you
this
don't
hair
understand.
can buy, in fact, fruits and vegetables enough for the whole year. But we need, it's like fruits and vegetables, whether you like to eat them or not, especially for those who don't like to eat them. You just have to be creative with it. Okay, so you can be creative with it in the sense that if you don't want to eat it raw, you can do it stir fry. You know,
I like that.
Yes, and then the time we eat the foods. You know, you're sleeping like at 9 and you're eating at 7. No, you know, so it's.
But you see, it's not our fault.
You come back
though.
and you're hungry,
One,
right?
you come back and you're hungry.
Something needs to
getting
go.
food at work before you close. But the greatest crime is, you go for a party or a wedding, and they decide to serve dinner at 9 p.m. I mean, it's not my fault though. That's when the food came.
So I can share a trick for that.
Okay.
So when you get there, free food, I think free food tastes even nicer. It's like when it's free, buffet, very fancy restaurant. So the first thing you want to do is take water, take the juice, go for your soup. Drink a lot of the soup. It's a trick, like you're trying to get your tummy filled before the carbs.
Okay.
All right. So go for the soups. And if you're taking the soups, go for the ones with fish inside, okay? I mean, red meat, trust me, should not be your friend. Eat them ceremonially, and the sad thing is that almost every day is now a ceremony. In the past, I don't know about you, but in the past, jollof rice.
It was Christmas.
Maybe, perhaps I didn't come from a Dadabi family, but
No,
in the
it was
past,
Christmas.
growing up, it was Christmas. We ate
jollof rice
and
Fanta.
Christmas, exactly. And ice cream and pizza. Pizza?
No,
I
there's
don't
no
even
pizza.
remember anyone giving me pizza. But now every day is Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Okay, so it's not that we're saying do not eat certain foods, but it's moderation. So that's the key word here, dog. When it comes to the eating, it's moderation. And then reducing them gradually.
No, stop. You were going on a road and I was enjoying that road. It was asphalt, it was smooth. We said, drink water before you go to the party.
Yes.
When you get there,
The soup.
collect water and drink
Yes.
your second dose of water.
Yes.
Then when the food comes, start with the soup
Exactly.
and have as fish. The
Yes,
fish.
with
We
the
are going for a
fish.
tilapia soup,
Yes.
the tilapia light soup and those things.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the next thing is when you take your plate, because yes, I know it will be ridiculous not to eat all the food. Like eat some of the food because it's so attractive. When you take your plate, okay, so the whole plate, half of that plate should be your veggies. Just fill that half with your veggies, all right?
If I take order, the person behind me won't get some.
Oh, please forget. That person might not be listening to, Zed Wellness and they
okay.
might not know.
Okay,
So that's your
okay,
advantage.
Get there before them and take half the veggies. Okay.
Well, when it comes to health, just be a bit selfish.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so half of that should be your veggies, okay? And then the other half should be. So when you take the other half, so you divide it again, your proteins before your carbs. So by the time you've eat all the veggies, in the past growing up, because you might be eating with a group of people, so you want to eat the protein quickly or just eat like, let's say the jollof rice or whatever. But this time around, just do the veggies first
Okay.
before your protein. And then the carbs. So by the time you get to your carbs, you realize that you're actually a bit full and you might not overeat compared to just jumping on the jollof or jumping on the fried rice, So
your
this trick
stomach
can
will be
help a
full?
bit. Yeah,
You will not feel like you haven't eaten.
Yeah.
You feel satisfied that you went to the party, you ate the food.
exactly.
But because of what you ate and the order in which you ate it,
Yes.
you are getting less calories and therefore you will not... Why didn't you say this before Christmas? We've chopped Christmas. We've eaten the wrong way. Ready. Where were you?
Well, Valentine is coming.
Valentine-
And Easter too is coming.
Valentine, the food is not big. The Valentine food is not big. Yes, we have to start now and then work towards it. And work towards it. Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So that is how we should eat
Yes.
if we are eating.
Yes.
And that is how we should eat if you go to a party that serves you food late at night
Yes,
and you can't
yes.
avoid eating that meal.
Exactly. Yes. And even for yourself, I always advise that, especially for the working class, it's really difficult to control sometimes what you might eat outside, but you need to make that decision for your family that what you would make in the house, you would ensure that it has less oil, you'd ensure it has less salt, you'd ensure that you're not putting in like sugar, because like a lot of the things already have sugar in them, like I don't want to mention some brands, right? So it's like what you make in your home, be in control of it. So I think that's one of the things that we can also do to ensure that we are not just ingesting in all the wrong things constantly.
On that bombshell, we shall go for our next song. See? Time flies when you're having fun. Our next song is Higher by Joe Metal featuring Akasi Brimpong and King's Kid.
Z 101.9 FM. 101.9 FM.
Islands, people, we just came to lift Jesus high. Be lifted high. Be lifted high. Be lifted high. Jesus be lifted high. Everybody let your voice say high. Be lifted higher. Be lifted higher. Jesus be lifted. Be lifted high. Oh Lord, be lifted. Jesus be lifted. Jesus be lifted. Check it out for me. Yeah, be lifted. Hey, we just came to lift you higher. Be lifted higher. Say Jesus. We just came to lift you up. Be lifted higher.
It's your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Jesus be lifted. Oh, higher. Be lifted higher. We just get to lift you up. We just get to lift you up, Lord. Oh, higher. Everybody lift your voice. Say, high in all the earth. High in all the earth. Be lifted high. Be lifted high. Yeah. You're the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. You are great and mighty King. Oh Lord, we lift your name on high. Say, hey. Great and mighty King, yeah. Oh Lord, you're the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. You are great and mighty King. Oh Lord, you're the King.
101.9 FM.
Welcome back. This is the Z Wellness Link. I'm your host, Dr. Padiaite, and your guest today is Sena Yeboah and Coach CJ, and we are talking about how to lose weight. We've given the reasons why, and now we are really getting into the meat of how to lose weight. Sena has been telling us as to how to eat, which makes a lot of sense in the strategy that she has given, and we shall be adopting that more. Later on, we talk about the vegetables, how to make
Yes.
vegetables more
Yeah.
interesting to eat. I kind of like the stir fry. I did it a few times and it was really nice. I was like, oh, okay, this is a good method. But Coach CJ, you see, we said we were coming to talk about exercise. Look at where we've gone to. We've gone to an S, we've gone to an E, but we've come to exercise, which is
Yes.
actually what we really want to learn today. How do we exercise to lose weight?
You know, I'm glad we started somewhere. You always have to start somewhere and then take on that journey. So we looked at the stress management, the eating, and now the exercise. Exercise, we live in a day and time where it seems a lot of people are exercising. You see videos of people exercising. They're in the gym. They're suited up. You know, they're spending an hour and there are lots of machines. And it just, sometimes if you're not careful, it looks a bit daunting.
Yes.
So you look at that and you go, that's not for me. You know, I'm glad it's working for these people, but not exactly for me. But it's like some type of a little mystical something around all that, but it doesn't have to be that way. Exercise, I tell people, a lot of queens, I tell them, exercise, it's not about looking at what other people are doing, because if you do sometimes, yes, you can be motivated, but those same people can also demotivate you. Exercise can be simple.
It can be simple.
It can be simple.
Today, I saw one woman demonstrating 20 different press-ups. It was frightening. It was frightening.
Yes.
You understand? I've tried the Mike Tyson once or twice. I'm like, Charlie, I need to be a lot fitter to be doing that kind of stuff. But some of them are really intimidating.
Yeah.
They are. And you know, God bless those who are there, because the truth is they started somewhere.
Yes.
And that's the thing we have to understand. Everybody starts somewhere and then you build up. So don't look at the person who's been doing it for a year and they can press 500 and think, oh boy, I can't do that, so therefore I can't do anything. No, you can start somewhere. We are all about a lifestyle change. like you said before, our environment, where we live, the kind of lifestyle we have a sedentary lifestyle. People get up in the mornings, you do your little shuffles in your kitchen, you're off into your car. Even if it's trotro, you're sitting down, you're getting driven for like an hour because of our traffic. God help us. You get to your location, you walk into your office, you sit down, and you're there sitting up until lunchtime. Then you get up, you go get something to eat, you sit back down again. If you get up at all, there you go. You can order something and they bring it up to you and you're still sitting there. And then you sit there for how many hours? 8, 9, 10 hours. You get up, you go home. Our lifestyle is so sedentary, it is harming us. So an exercise could be just something as simple as trying to work backwards. We will get to the sleep part, which is making sure we sleep early so we can wake up early. Do a little something before you even take a shower. If depending on the neighborhood you're in, you can even schedule just to do a 15-minute walk. Walking is something that is so underrated but goes a long way. I met one of our queens. I know her online, but I actually got to meet her in person. When I met her, we went for a walk, and at this walk, she jogged the entire time. Yes. And we started from UG, we walked all the way to Accra Mall, and we walked back. The whole time we were there, like, she inspired me because I wanted to run, but I felt like, oh no, we're walking. You kind of look odd, if you kind of run past everybody and everything, but she maintained within the distance. So I started doing the same thing with her. So we jogged all the way to the mall and jogged back. And so as we were coming back, I was asking her, how did you get to this place? She said, the funny thing, when she first joined TNU, she was one of the people who just kind of signed up and was doing her thing in the background. But at one time, she started walking. And as she was walking, she started increasing her pace, and she walked for about 6 months. So 6 months of walking built this capacity in her that now she could run. She never trained for it, but now her body's like, walking doesn't work for me anymore. I got to put a pep into it. And now she runs. It's not a full-time run, but it's a jog. But the thing is, she started somewhere, and now this is where she is. It was that lifestyle change. I'm going to wake up early in the morning, right before I go to work. I'm just going to do a 15-minute walk around my place. You start off slow, in the first few weeks, but you find it
easier.
You find it easier
and be able to do more.
More. Your walk you get more brisk in your walking. You pump a little more, and that's how you start to increase that endurance. So you can walk. Walking is a form of exercise. In our homes, some of us, God bless us, we've been blessed with children. There's a tendency to say, oh, can you go upstairs and get my this? Or can you get give me the remote? Can you go to the shop over here?
No. The child was the remote.
There you go.
Go and change the channel.
Exactly. The child is the remote. Exactly. And we're sitting there. So get up and do these things yourselves. In my house, Saturdays is we clean. And I have a huge compound, God help me. So we are sweeping for like an eternity. But by the time I'm done, it's a good sweat. Yeah. And I'm like, that's my workout for the day. So things like that. It's my favorite is right before shower, whether it's in the morning or evening. Everybody's schedule is a bit different. And I'm going straight into the simplified version. The 30 minutes in a gym, all of that can come, but you can start little. In your bathroom, in your bedroom before you take a shower. Ladies, get comfortable in some comfy clothing. You can just take your phone, set 10 minutes on your phone, and just stand in front of a mirror if you have it. If you don't, that's fine. Start with simple things. You can do a squat, 10 counts of a squat. Then you can do your side crunches. I wish I had my, standing crunches, do 10 counts. It's easy to find a lineup of things that you can do. Just do them within that 10 minutes. Don't have a lot of rest. Just go from
Back
one
to
move
back.
into the next, into the next. You would
So
be
we can do
amazed.
like 10 reps of each?
Yes.
10 reps of each back to back?
Back to back. So I do this rotation, I do the opposite side, I do the squats, I do the crunch, and then I start all over again until my alarm goes off and I'm done. I get into my shower and I wash off the sweat and I'm good to go. It can be that simple, really. So there are ways to approach it that doesn't make it so daunting, that doesn't make it so unattainable. And that's what I call the little drops of water that make a mighty ocean. Start somewhere. Little drops. little drops. From that 10 minutes, you eventually find out 10 minutes is not enough for me. I can do 15. And then from 15, you build to 20. And it goes on like that. That's how some of the people that we're seeing got to the 1 hour in a gym. I don't do 1 hour in a gym anymore. Once upon a time I did it, but now I don't. And I actually used to follow some people on YouTube who were doing 30, and I follow the men. I don't do the women because I always felt like I just need something that goes a little harder and faster. But about 2 months ago, something happened and I couldn't follow I won't say follow, I just didn't click it because I didn't have time. I said, okay, let me just do something. In 10 minutes, I did something. The following day, I was like, ouch.
I can feel,
I feel sore. I've been doing these 30 minutes for like past how many months. I didn't feel as sore as I did in just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I just changed things around, concentrated a little bit more. I wasn't just kind of swinging, you know, and you can get results like that. And then the other thing that we'll focus on is our posture when we're exercising. A lot of people...
Form is important.
Form is very important. I see a lot of people in the beginning when they're doing their exercises, kind of like, you know, you're just kind of swinging your body and you're letting momentum do everything for you. And I tell my queens, no, please, we need control. Because that's the control that actually determines what muscle that you're going to flex and not, and what's going to build and what's not going to build. So the walking is fine, you know, in the beginning, we're just kind of, in all things in life, it's just like a little child walking. You start, you know, kind of clumsily. It's okay. That's all part of it. But as you go on, you start to focus on what you're doing, being intentional about what you're doing. And that's when you start to see those results. So exercise is really, really important, but it doesn't have to be something that scares anybody away. And there are ways of doing it. You start, like I said, start the simple way, but then you can also now start to build up. Ideally, we're told 150 minutes a week is the ideal amount of time that you should spend exercising.
115 minutes a week?
150.
150.
Yeah, so 150
Yes.
That's slightly more than 20 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So you can do that. It's not set in stone, but that's what you can shoot for. Some people go over, some people go under. For me, I go under, but because I know I'm able to hit exactly what I need to hit.
No, you are in maintenance mode.
Exactly.
Some of us are in losing mode.
Yes, exactly. And that's the other thing.
We need more time.
Yes, determining where you are. But there are some exercises that you do. And yes, I know a lot of us out there, we have issues with our back, we have issues with our knees. And sometimes you feel like giving up because it's not for me, it's not going to work, I'm in too much pain. But what you realize is there are different kinds of exercises that target different bodies and alleviates other parts so that you don't, you know, injure yourself and things like that. I had a queen, she loves skipping, but something happened and she had injured her knee. And so now she can't skip, so she's demotivated. She's like, I can't do it anymore. All the other things just don't quite seem right. So I had to talk to her, like, you know, it's not, I understand. I used to run and I had a program. I pulled my hamstring for the first time in my life. I'm like, I've been moving for so long. I pulled my hamstring how many decades into it? It didn't make any sense to me. And I had to stop running. But then I took up skipping. And at one point, I actually skipped over 1,000. Without stopping, continuously.
Without stopping.
And this is somebody who hadn't skipped before. I hadn't skipped, like as a child, you know, you skip. But as an exercise, I had not done that before. So don't get me wrong, that was not my first time. When I started skipping, I saw a queen skip 2,000. I said, okay. I saw a coach, let me put it this way. I saw a coach assigned as like call it a punishment for something she had done, skip 2,000.
And she did it.
And she did it. I was like,
knocked it out of the park.
Okay. Yeah.
Seriously?
She did it. And I was like, okay.
2,000.
2,000. So I said that to somebody as well, like skip 2,000. And the person did it. I'm like, wait a minute. Here I am telling somebody to skip 2,000. Can you skip? Like, really? So I tried to skip 200. I was panting. I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm a runner.
Yes.
You know, I had run before, so I can do 5 kilometers and I'm fine. But skipping 200,
that's a whole different.
It was a whole different thing. So I challenged myself. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try and keep up with the skipping because if I'm telling her to do
do 2,000.
You should be able to do it
I
yourself.
got to be able to do the same thing. And so I built it up to the 2,000. But the part, it was like 200 and you stop. And 150, then you stop. 100 and you stop. And then you build it, But the one time, I was bored in the kitchen. I was getting food ready. I was like, okay, let me just see what I can do.
Whilst you're waiting for the food to...
And I actually, in my kitchen, skipped 1,000. And I was recording because as a coach, I try to give my queens something to look at, to show them, I'm not just telling you to do it. I'm also practicing what I'm preaching. But I had just left it on, and I was like, 1,000! I was so but of course, I haven't done it again. I haven't hit the 1,000 after that. But it's so thrilling when you can see your body do some of these things. It's amazing, and it's so fulfilling, and it's just, but the first step is usually the hardest.
Okay.
That's the hardest part. But just knowing that you can do it, and actually setting time to start it for the first time, you will be sore the first time you start. And sometimes that deters people. They wake up and their body's like, it's not cooperating. They're trying to get out of their bed and it's like, oh, my muscles are so sore. And they want to quit. And I tell them, that's the time you need to get back at it. If you do squats today and it hurts tomorrow morning, when you get off your bed, hold the wall and gently put yourself back into a squat. Count for like 3 seconds and get back up. Because the same thing that puts you there is the same thing that can get you out of it. Yes. So there are ways around it.
I have a problem with that. When I wake up and I've done some exercise and the next day my body is hurting all different kinds of ways.
Yes.
Then I start and I'm like, no.
You just have to let your body go into that motion.
Shouldn't I rest for like that muscle for like 48 hours?
Not if it's the first time that you're doing it, no.
Not the first time.
Not the first time. You see, and the rest is important. So if you're going to work out 3 times a week, you must have a rest day.
Okay.
You cannot exercise every single day.
Okay.
No, absolutely not good for you. That actually becomes counterproductive. Your body must have a rest day. But the first time you do it, don't give yourself a long rest, because what happens, you go back, you get sore again.
Yeah, I get that. I get
Yes.
that.
So you have to push through that. Then find your routine, and then you can say, I work out every other day, or I work out 3 times out of a week, or something
And
like
then
that.
if you alternate the exercises, you do different parts of the body,
There
therefore
you
the
go.
pain.
There
So
you go.
you stress the tummy today, and then tomorrow you are doing your arms, so your tummy is resting. Then the next day you are doing some other part. Okay,
Beautiful.
that makes sense. I was getting worried about the fact that I need to go back to what
Cause
I'm
you
suffering
pain.
from yesterday. That becomes a bit of a burden.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, today, I think we don't have excuse anymore. We know what to do. Even the pain cry, we are managing the pain for you. We shall listen to our third song. It's a song by Diana Hamilton, and the song is called Pentecostal Praise.
You're tuned in to Zed 101.9 FM, your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Welcome back.
Yes.
This is the Z Wellness Link. My name is Dr. Padiaite, your host. And with us today is Sana Yeboah and Coach CJ from TNU. And they are telling us how to lose weight. We spoke initially about seeds. If you didn't understand what seeds are, please, you need to go back to the beginning of this program and watch it all over again. Because I know what it is, and you had better know what it is too. Coach CJ is taking us through the various exercise, how we should exercise and how we should get it right to ensure that we get the right kind of outcomes. She has reminded us that we must start slowly, start small, and if you're in doubt, start with walking. One of the fascinating things that I've realized is that, all these longevity studies, when they look at the blue zones, where people tend to live like 90 years, 95, 100 years, and they're looking at why they live, and they've been all kinds of Mediterranean diet and this diet and that diet. At the end of the day, it comes down to walking. What is common amongst all of them?
Yes.
It's two things. I've forgotten the second one, but one of the major ones is walking. Is the fact that they walk. They walk all the time. They walk as part of their life. I'm going to visit this person. Yeah. I'm going to hang my clothes down the valley somewhere.
Yes.
I have to go and grind corn in this area. As part of their life, they walk a lot. You see these videos where they have this, I think the Chinese people, I think the Japanese too have it, in the old people in their park, and they are doing all kinds of
the Tai Chi
exercises. Exercises there, and it's just the movement, essentially. It's movement that keeps them healthy, and sitting in our chairs keeps us. There's an ad where they said, what's the most dangerous thing in this room? There's alcohol, there's cigarette smoking, there's a chair.
Yes, the chair.
And the answer is the chair.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yes, we do need to incorporate walking in this. So we have an elevator in my hospital. And for the life of me, I don't understand why people are going to the first floor. They walk by the staircase to the back of the building to take the elevator to go up one floor. One floor. And I'm like, the staircase, you actually walk, you get to the entrance, staircase is to your right. Nope, they don't use the staircase. They go through a door, they go to the back, they turn a corner to go to an elevator, press a button, and wait for the elevator to come. The elevator comes and takes them up one floor.
Yes.
Not two, not four. One floor.
Absolutely.
I don't understand.
It's the same thing. Going to the mall, everybody wants the door, the space right next to the door. You just want to walk out and just go in. Again, you need to go get something from the store. You want a child to go for you. And I'm glad you made that point about the walking. There's, of all the body parts that we need to take care of, the most important actually they found are your legs. Legs are what carries you. So we ought to do a lot of things to strengthen our legs. Yes, because what they find is when your legs are out, everything else about you starts to deteriorate. Because once especially if you watch our elderly, once they become immobile, then they stop to socialize. And that socialization aspect is also very important in life for them,
mental health,
for the mental health, exactly. So when you lose that, people start to kind of isolate themselves, and everything else starts to go down from there. So our legs are very important. So the walking is something, whether you're a child, whether you're an elderly, it doesn't matter who you are, you can walk. And that's something that we need to start. I love the Scandinavian countries. Everybody either walks or they ride their bicycles.
Yep.
That's the lifestyle there. You only do the driving when it's a little bit of a long distance, but everything else, you are riding your bicycle, you're engaging your legs, and it's a way of interacting with your environment, the people around you. When you're in your car, your windows are up. Yeah. You're not looking at anybody. You're just kind of focusing on the road. But when you're riding, you're kind of forced to look around. The breeze is on you. You're incorporating so many things, even just to keep your balance. So we don't have that here, I understand. But we have our legs to walk. We can walk wherever we're going. It's something we can just set out, a couple of times in a week to be able to do. But you also mentioned, the whole idea of, if I exercise myself and I'm sore, do I need to go back to that? Going back to it is just to say as a way of stretching that muscle out, but not necessarily to repeat the entire routine. Because it is important that we alternate the exercises that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So if for today I exercise my legs, tomorrow so that's your lower body. So tomorrow, for instance, or the next time I exercise, I should do my upper body.
Okay.
And then the next time when I can just do my abs. So you
lower
have
body, upper body, abs, then back to lower body.
back to lower body, upper body,
yeah.
abs. You can have that kind of a routine or rotation to keep you working the different parts, but not dwelling only on one side. And then you have times where you can, as you progress, in the beginning, the easiest thing to do are the cardios, because walking is a form of cardio. And you can progress from walking to jogging to skipping to running. In everything, there are progressions. But like we said, you start slow. As you build up your capacity, then you move to the next level. But one of the things we need to talk about, in addition to the cardios, the regular exercise, are strength training.
Yeah.
It's something we don't really talk about a lot. At least on this side of the world, there's this misconception that when a woman,
Become masculine.
yeah, when you become muscular, you become butch and diesel, you know, when you're lifting weights.
No. No. Let me go to my phone.
Yes.
I'll show you today some fine girls. Fine. Very fine.
Show us.
Yes, please.
As,
Wow
as,
us.
As for today, I saw something. Oh, I shared it with. Where is it?
Oh, please find.
Where is it? I have to find
You
it.
have to find it. We are very curious.
Charlie, I saw
They say curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
But we shall be killed today.
Yeah, we would.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction brings it back to life.
Satisfaction, yeah.
So today I was minding my business, and then I saw. Okay, let me put off the sound so
Okay.
that it's not going to disturb our viewers, and
All
then
right.
you guys watch this, please. Watch that girl. Watch that girl.
I wish we could show this
know.
for your viewers.
Watch that girl.
This is so satisfying.
She's fit.
Yes.
She is fit.
Absolutely.
Lovely skin, does not look masculine, but the exercise that she can do.
Yes. This is what it's about. This is what it's about.
Beautiful.
This is what it's about. Yes. So
And that's what we're talking about.
that's what we're talking about. You don't have to. The people who get
Please,
butch,
look at this one.
yes.
Look,
The
at what,
people
look at what she's doing.
who get into the butch side.
Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. There are women out there who get to that diesel-looking, manly look. But you have to understand, those are people who do extra stuff.
Okay.
They are taking the extra proteins, the steroids, and all of that because they have a goal that they're trying to meet, whether they're bodybuilders and whatnot.
Okay.
But that's not what we're talking about. We don't even want to go to that aspect of having to take those supplements. No, we want the natural. Like we said, it's a lifestyle. You want something that you can take into the future. Walking and doing crunches and things like that, even when I'm older, I can still continue.
still do them, yeah.
Yes, but the proteins and the steroids, you can't do that for a long time. It actually cuts you short.
Yeah.
Yes. So doing exercise, incorporating weights is actually good for you because it puts your body in a state where when you are done exercising, when you drop those weights, you're still burning calories. And that's one thing we don't recognize. That's why it's our best friend, especially when you get older. And you cannot do the cardios for a long time. You know, when you're young, it's fun, it's enjoyable. I know I used to do it. You know, you go from one, exercise to the next, to the next. And there are times for that, but you can't sustain that.
Yeah.
But the strength training is something that can be sustained. Again, 15 minutes. Get your set of weights. Today, I am doing upper body with weights. You start with, light weights. It can be 1 kg, 2 kg, whatever, and you build up. You do your weights. The next time you're doing your legs, again, you find ways. I mean, there are different things out there that we can take you through with TNU. We have different programs that can walk you through different things. We can even provide you with the exercise routines that are necessary for different parts of your body. But strength training, we cannot talk about it. It's not something we talk about a lot in our society, but we need to start looking at that. It's not the first go-to. Don't get me wrong, everybody. Again, it's something we build up to, but it's something we have to have at the back of our minds, especially when you're an elderly woman. Strength training becomes one of your best friends because when you put it down, it's still working for you.
Elderly woman.
Yes.
Strength train.
Yes.
Okay.
I know it doesn't quite add up.
No, actually, it does. The
Women
older
lose
you grow, the
muscle
weaker your
mass.
bones.
Yeah.
by exercising, you are going to ensure that
Depletes.
they are well fed and well nourished, and therefore they are going to, your bones are going to be stronger.
Beautiful.
Exercise more, build greater muscle mass. More muscle mass
Burn.
consumes more sugar.
Yeah.
Insulin comes down.
Yeah.
Metabolic
Everything.
diseases goes down. Strength train. You build endurance. You build resistance. You build capacity to carry yourself.
To carry
Yeah.
yourself. There you go.
Bulletproof parts of your bodies, bulletproof knees and things of that sort, to ensure that you are in good health.
Yes.
We don't encourage strength training amongst women enough, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because come to realize it, natural fact, if you did that, and it's not necessarily weights, there's
Yeah.
resistance bands,
Exactly.
and
There are squats, there are lunges,
and there are squats.
push-ups.
There's a lady speaking on this guy's program, and she said something about the fact that if you do, I think, 5 sets of 10 reps squats throughout the day, is equivalent to you doing over a 30-minute
Running.
walk.
There you go.
So and the funny thing is that when she said that, the guy said, "Oh, I saw you doing that in the green room." And he said, "No, that was for pumping blood into my brain before I start the interview." I was like, "Oh, okay."
It has
I see.
multiple
That's a hack.
purposes.
So before you write an exam, bash 10 squats, then you go inside. Oxygen in your brain, fire.
There you go. Little
Okay.
hacks in life. Little hacks
All right,
in
so
life.
we've learned that we should start with walking. If we are in any doubts of what we can do, we should give ourselves rest in between to allow ourselves to recover.
Yes.
If we are having body pains, we should ease ourselves into what we did before gently, just to remind the body that, hey, you know something, we have to be doing this, so don't give up on it. And usually the pain goes away in 2
Yeah,
days.
that's
It goes away. Usually it goes away in 2 days. So it's not a reason to give up.
Yes.
So if you're having pain in one part of the body, switch to a different part of the body for the exercise on that time. You start with what you can tolerate and build up.
Exactly.
How quickly should we build up?
It's on an individual basis
Okay.
and consistency.
Okay.
So if I am doing something, I usually say give yourself about a month. Because within that time, you're also supposed to perfect your form in
Okay.
it. You don't want to rush through from one thing to the other. It's important that we ease our bodies into it, learn the moves, learn the alternatives to the moves, so that if any reason today I'm so tired, I can't really do all of this, then I can do the alternative move rather than not do anything at all. So you can give yourself about a month to get used to this cycle, and then you push yourself to the next. But again, it depends on how often you're doing it, your consistency. Somebody is going to take them 6 months. Like I said, I had a queen, it took her 6 months of walking before she could get to the jogging.
Okay.
And we'll have different stories. We have our queens who can skip. They could only do 10 skips.
yes, only 10,
Only 10.
And then they are breathless.
And they're
and then
breathless.
they're breathless.
10.
Only
Yes.
10.
Baku,
And
baku,
they're
baku, 10.
Only 10.
That's it. And they are, it's like,
Like they feel like you're about to die.
and then,
Ambulance.
you know, and then fast forward 3 months later, they're doing
Non-stop.
we had
Seriously?
a queen. She was over 50 when she started hers, and at that 10, it was a struggle. 3 months later, she was going up to 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
She couldn't do 10.
she couldn't.
Yeah.
That was her beginning point. 10,
And then
barely.
now over 50.
Oh, 50.
Just by consistently practicing.
Yeah.
Consistently practicing.
Does having a exercise buddy help?
Oh yes, anything in life that you have an accountability partner
Yeah.
for really helps you go the longer distance, because there are days you're gonna wake up, you just don't feel like doing anything. And there's somebody there to say, hey, I just finished 10, have you done? You're like, whoa, you know, there's that thing that kind of clicks in you. What? She I can't.
She too white.
She too white. What is this? You know, I'm like, and then, you know, it's kind of nagging at you like, but if she did it, then what am I, you know,
What's
or
my
1 minute,
excuse?
what's my excuse? 1
Yeah.
minute's go, oh, I could have just been doing it. And then you just kind of get up and you
Just
do
do
it.
it.
Yes. So it really does help. It's something that we take for granted, but it's actually very, very important that we find somebody, even if the person is not necessarily doing it with us, at least they're checking in on you. Have you done it? You said that you wanted to exercise 3 times a day, you know, a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, today, Monday. You know, what's up? Have you done it? Okay, if you haven't, when are you gonna do it? You're gonna do it later on at night? Okay, when you're doing it, call me. You know, put me on WhatsApp video. Let me see you doing it. You know, don't just say I'm doing it and you're not actually doing it. So show me, Well done. All right. Well, yeah, I did. We'll go back again.
Yeah.
So yes, if you can find somebody that does that, that would be awesome. Awesome to find someone to partner with to go this journey.
Swimming. What are your thoughts on swimming as an exercise?
Swimming is actually the best form of exercise because you are able to work all parts of your body without subjecting it to heavy impact. It's so fluid that by the time even people who haven't swum before, just swimming a length of a pool, your breath is gone. I know the first time I tried to do it, I almost drowned. Like I could barely make the, oh God, get to the next, oh God, when am I going to get to the next?
Get me there. Get me there.
Where's the wall?
Where's the wall? Thank you. That's all you're thinking. But yes, all things, yes, you have to learn how to swim. And sometimes it's a challenge here because we don't exactly have a lot of pools around us.
No, okay.
Plus, it's quite expensive too, right?
It's expensive because you got to go to a hotel and you got to pay for that, or you got to, and it starts to add up. And I understand that. But if you're able to find an instructor who can take you through it, just make everything in life is about investments.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to invest, but depending on what your goal is. What are you trying to do? Why are you trying to do it? And line out what are the best options for me, and you choose that. Swimming, I would love to be able to do swimming, but in here I'm not. It's only limited to when I have a function or, it's a holiday or something. Okay, everybody, let's get up, let's go swim.
And even TNU Hilltastic.
TNU Hilltastic, yeah, absolutely. But, having pools that are long enough for you to do that is also helpful. But we're talking about swimming in general. It's actually excellent. If you can find yourself in a situation where you can swim as a form of exercise, it's beautiful, especially if you're older, because it takes away all that back pain, the knee pain from the jumping and the running and stuff like that. But you're getting the movements, the motions that's, burning all those calories.
I used to go swimming with my sons every weekend, and we kind of made it a regime. Go to church, from church straight to the pool.
Nice.
And it's something they really enjoy. Just that life has.
Life is lifing.
Life is lifing, and it's kind of difficult. And you see, my sons are not there now for us to go swimming because work, school, all that kind of stuff. They are not as available as they used to. So if it was like, oh, Daddy, are you going today? Like, yeah, let's go. Even if I'm not in the mood, let's go. So it actually improves my church attendance rate.
You're killing two birds with
because you go there, then you continue to the pool. So it's the days that even you are busy, like Charlie. You go to the pool afterwards. Yes, make sure you are in church. No online business. Go there physically because you're going to go to the pool afterwards. So that was great. And we've not been able to do it for a while, and the challenge has been the pool that we could go in there weekdays a bit inconvenient, and there's not in my area. I really want one in my area because then I would have to. It would be easy.
It's easy access.
It's like get home, go to the pool.
Exactly.
And then so I need to figure how I'm going to work that out. And sometimes the pools are too deep for those of us who are a bit afraid. No, just give us 6 feet maximum, 5 feet pool. It's fine. We'll survive. Then they go and put 12 and 10. For what?
Oh.
Your pool is short. Then it's 12 feet.
Yes.
What is that for?
A deterrent
12
right
feet
there.
Deep, and it's a very short pool. It's like you made a pool for diving. What's wrong with you? How many people dive? The sea is there. Just go and dive inside. Leave us alone.
There you go. We want the length.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, we want the length.
Yes.
If I raise some money, I'm going to build a pool that will be like 10 feet by 25.
Hey, yeah.
You just lap, go and come, and that's all inside.
That's enough excitement.
Yeah, but I did realize the fact that after swimming, your entire body feels it. Your back.
Oh yeah.
And when we first started learning how to swim, at the end of the swim, then we'll try a butterfly. Because after a butterfly, your body is wrecked. You can't do anything.
Finished.
You're finished. So that was really great. We enjoyed that, and life happened to S2 at that time, so we got disbanded.
Yes.
But it's no impact on your knees.
On your back. On your
back,
Yeah.
you generally finish and you feel you've had a
really
full
good.
body workout without having
Yeah.
the kind of problems that we are
Yeah.
people can. The excuses. Oh, my
Yeah.
leg hurts. Forget you can swim.
Yeah.
My knee hurts.
Yeah.
Forget you can swim.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing you can say is your shoulder hurts.
You can float. You're still swimming.
you can-
You can just be
No,
there
then
and
you,
just kick
you
your
can
leg.
still swim.
Yes.
You keep your hands beside
There you go, and
and
so-
yeah,
There you go.
and use your legs.
Exactly.
You can still
You
swim.
can still swim.
Yeah, you don't have an excuse. Get in the pool.
Yeah.
So
Because I had a student, she's from Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
She, for the past 15 years, this woman swims every morning before she goes to work.
awesome.
I said,
Awesome. Why was she your student? What were you teaching her? Are you sure you shouldn't be her student?
I know, right? Yes, because I tutor. I'm an English tutor, so
Okay,
I do
uh-huh.
online tutoring, and so she, I was just trying to get her routine. What are your daily routines like? Because I also try to find out ways to help them improve their learning and things like that, things that they can inject during their days. So as I'm going through her day, she's like, yeah, she swims. Okay, I'm like, something. Okay, maybe a couple of times in a week. We can do something. She's like, no, every day. I was like, every day? Like, really? She's like, yeah. I was like, how long have you been doing this? I said, oh, for the past 15 years. I'm like,
Wow, and that's commitment.
That's Olympic style
that's
commitment.
I tell you. And the woman looks great.
She would.
She has to look great. I mean, like, what are you doing?
This Michael Phelps talks about the fact that when he was in training, he told himself he has to swim every day for the entire year without a day off, and he did it. And I thought, okay, so that's Olympic champion. Now I'm realizing that this woman who is not going for the Olympics, is at that level, of commitment.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then my slacking is not. I have no excuse.
I have no excuse. Yes. Once you hear things like that.
I should get back in that rhythm.
If you
So
can.
somebody has offered me access to a pool. Let me go and confirm my
advantage of
participation.
it.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
then start doing that. Despite the phobia of water, we shall still enter
We shall overcome.
and overcome. But I think that is awesome, and that ensures that we really don't have an excuse
Yeah.
not to do some kind of,
Exercise.
exercise. We cannot say we don't have the time.
Yes.
No.
We cannot say our area is not safe. We cannot say I go to work too early and I come back too late. We cannot say there's too much traffic and blah 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 blah. We cannot say we can't afford a gym.
Yeah.
We cannot say the gym people will laugh at me if I go to the gym.
Yeah.
We can't say I don't have weights at home. We can't say I can't afford it. Are there any other excuses left that you have heard?
No. I mean, honestly, because even in my house, I use, I do clips of my workouts, and I did one and I sent it on my page, and one of my queens is like, "Coach, is that bricks that you're using?" I said, "Yeah,
Yes,
you
like
got
bricks.
good eye."
Yes.
Like you said, you have no excuse. You can improvise. I improvise with bricks because I'm all about, I try to let people know there's so many things that we can, so many excuses that we can give. But no matter what it is, like I showed people, I skipped in my kitchen. Yes, not everybody's kitchen is big enough to do that, but you can do it in your porch. Like you said, gym membership, you don't need gym membership. If you can and you can afford it and you have the time for it, perfect. Nobody's against that. We have queens who belong to gyms, but also work out with us. They're with TNU. So there's so many things. A bag of rice. You can use a bag of rice as your weights.
That's serious weight.
5 kg. That's your 5 kg
I
right
was
there.
thinking of the big one.
We can leave that for you.
started small.
We can leave that for you. I'm talking about the 5 kg. Just hold it over your head. For my nursing mothers, I say your babies. You can't use your baby as an excuse. You can get, while your child is right there in front of you, crawling around or sitting, whatever, you can do invisible skips. Just jump and wind your hands, and that's an exercise. You can play with your child, lie on your back, put your child up on your leg, and just kind of drop them back. They will enjoy it,
Yes,
and
they
you're
do.
getting a workout.
They do.
So there's so many. You can sit on your chair as you're sitting there, even if you're, in the office and you're working. If you're talking to one of your, colleagues, you can just sit there and you're doing this. You're seated, but you're raising your leg. As you're doing that, you are contracting your abdomen and you're getting a workout out of it. I mean, there's so many things that people can do. It's ridiculous. Like in your kitchen, as you're frying your egg in front of your stove, you squat down, you get up, you squat
You
down.
just hold the counter. Hold the counter.
Yes, and you do that. Hold the counter, do your leg kicks out. It's endless. Really,
Okay.
it's endless.
Exercise we shall.
Yes, we shall.
Fit we shall be.
Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we've gone beyond 4 o'clock. I've got 2 talkatives here. They have kept me
Please.
very engaged.
We are very sorry.
They have not been able to stimulate my boredom hormone. So we shall listen to our next song, which is Sing Your Praise by Sami Okoso. Is that the
You're
correct
tuned
language?
in to Z 101.9 FM. Your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Watch this. I love to sing your praise, your praise, your praise. I love to praise your name, oh Daddy, your name. I love to lift you higher. Even you would ever mind. I love to sing your praise, your praise. I love to praise your name, I love to lift you higher. Even you would ever mind. I want the world to know when my enemies try to show you pursue them though. Why you love me so? Hey, if I fall down, you carry me. If I didn't seek you, they heal me. In danger, you save me. When I get hungry, you they feed me. Oh, Papa. It's your love that shut my head. Oh, that is why I love to sing your praise. Hey, I love to praise your name. Oh, Daddy, I love to lift you higher. Even you would ever mind. I love to sing your praise. I love to praise your name. Oh, Daddy, I love to lift you
101.9 FM.
Salute to you. Me for so dollar Papa, you do my job. Now you that make me shine everywhere I go. Now so wonder they see Papa. I never repay you. That is why I love to sing
It's your
your
lifestyle,
praise.
leisure, and business radio.
I love to praise your name. Hello, Daddy. I love to lift you high. It was true, I love to sing your praise. I love to praise your name. Hello, Mama. I love to lift you high. It was true, everybody testify you are good. You are the Jehovah, you are good. Everybody testify you are good. You are the Jehovah, you are good. I don't need it, not see every night.
101.9 FM. 101.9
This has been
FM.
awesome. This has been very interesting. This has been welcome back. This is the Z Wellness Link, and my name is Dr. Padiaite, and our guest today is okay. My guests are Sana Yabua and Coach CJ from TNU Fitness, and they've given me a very good excuse why I should get up and do something. The lesson for today is what? Start moving.
Yes.
And start moving today.
Yes.
Yes.
So 30-minute walk, 15-minute walk, 20 squats, a 10-minute jog,
Leg raises.
20 push-ups,
Yep.
leg raise. In fact, 5 push-ups, leg raises, whatever it is that you can do.
Yes.
You know,
Push-ups against the wall. You don't have to get on the floor. Just get
Yes.
on the wall
Well,
and just push yourself.
the
off
idea
the
is
wall.
that start,
Yeah.
build capacity,
Yes.
and when you build
Yeah.
capacity, you can do more.
Yes.
Don't look at those champions who are doing wild things, and then when you do it and fail, you know, so you see somebody doing a pull-up, then you go and try and do the pull-up, and Charlie, it's not working. Then you're like, I failed, that kind of stuff. Then you go and see somebody say, oh, no, the pull-up is not with your arms, it's with your back. Then you do it properly with the back. Oh, okay. It's a lot easier than I thought, but wrong technique,
Yeah.
does that to you. In your, I know you basically help people get fit
Yeah.
and help people get healthy and help
Yeah.
people. That is your passion and that is your full time. You're lucky enough to have your passion and your full time job being the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
But some people have challenges. So have you had cases that somebody has come to you, they want to do this, they had some challenges, but how did they perceive themselves with those challenges, and how were they able to overcome those challenges? We'd like to hear some stories about those kinds of people, so that I'll know whether me too,
You can
mine
do
can
it.
work. I won't tell you my challenges, so let me see if mine fits inside somewhere.
As for the challenges, I think we've had different kinds of challenges. I think
Share,
I'll
please,
I'll
please.
talk about. I think the oldest queen we had was an 86 years old woman. 86.
Oh, what are you talking
86.
86.
86, yes. And when she joined, and
8
she shared,
and 6.
yes, 8 and 6.
Not 4.
No.
8.
8 and 6. So when she joined and she shared a picture of her, she was holding a walking stick. So she said to the coach, "See, I'm struggling to walk. I can't walk, but I think I really need help. So sign me up and then help
What
me."
is wrong with her?
Oh, knee pain,
No, what is
the
wrong with her
age-
that at 86 she wants to give up on
Okay,
the
so-
walking stick? All her classmates are using walking stick.
So we usually make this joke that if an 86 years old woman wants to invest in her fitness at this age,
You have
what is
no
your
excuse.
excuse? So I mean, a couple of months down the line, she sends a video of a video of her at a party without a walking stick, dancing. Hey,
Dancing.
dancing and shaking herself. 86 years old woman. 86 years old
Lord
woman.
have
So
mercy.
we have no excuse.
Nothing.
And we've had queens who would say, "Oh, I don't have a house help. I have no time because I work. I leave the home by 5 a.m. I get back by 9 a.m. There's no time." And then they join the community and then they realize, oh, there's someone with 5 kids, no help,
It's
works
making a
2
side.
jobs, has a side business, is an osofumami in addition, and she's smashing her goals. So that's the beautiful thing about community. You see, you can have your own excuses, legit reasons, okay, in your head. Yes, it makes sense. Yes, you don't have a help. That makes sense, right? So it'll be more difficult for you. But you see, when you begin to find yourself, because like your environment shapes you, when you begin to find yourself in an environment where people with even stronger reasons not to do it are doing it, it just breaks that barrier in your head.
Yes.
Suddenly you begin to feel, okay, I can actually do this.
If she can do it, I can.
I
do
can
it.
also do it,
Yes.
and that's what we love about the TNU community, like iron sharpened iron.
Absolutely.
There are days where you don't want to do it, but you've seen someone do it, and then others too, they've been on this journey for so long. Like they tell you that TNU, I am ready to pay for a surgery because I've tried everything. But if TNU can help me to lose this weight, then I'll not do the surgery.
Oh, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. If TNU can help you to lose the weight, I'll give you the surgery money.
Exactly.
After all, you've
That's
taken
a
away
good
the,
one.
you've taken away the pain and suffering. So
Exactly.
you just give me the. It's not
Exactly.
fair.
It's a better investment
It's a
that
better
way.
investment.
So you meet people like that who have given up because there are lots of women out there. They've tried it, especially by themselves, and they've realized they can't do it. So when they come to the community, and for us, it's a lifestyle. For us, it's not just helping you to lose the weight and that's it. No. What gives us the joy is 2 years down the line, 3 years, because we've had a lot of our clients that have become coaches. Like one of our biggest losers, Coach Hannah.
Yeah.
She joined the community and she could barely even walk. She walks and it's like, like she says, like she's like a international tree coach.
Oh yeah.
Hey, miwo, imagine miwo. And now she's like one of our amazing
She's
coaches,
explosive.
non-stop.
The energy is
The energy
through the
is
roof.
just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to share any of your.
Oh yes,
Queens?
I have, like I said, the queens. Older can't really do much, and now one of my queens, she said, now she's able to get out of bed
Yeah.
with little to no pain.
Yeah.
prior to TNU, like coming out of bed was just like, oh my God, not again, not again. It's like you're holding your breath, like just trying to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Now she can get out of bed and she's like, oh my goodness, I feel better than I did 5 years ago. So you have those situations. And you have people now where they have a good relationship with food.
Yeah.
Meaning now they understand how food works. Now food doesn't have that power over them.
It's fuel.
It's fuel.
It must be taken as needed.
As needed, but not even that, just the order in which they do their food. I give simple examples. For me, I like to simplify things. So I say, think about your meals. Try to give yourself a roundabout way of looking at your meals. So you want to get fruits into you. You want to get vegetables into you. You still need your carbs, so your energy. You need your protein. So in the mornings, you can do fruit mornings. Somebody who doesn't like fruit, you know what? Blend it. Make it into a smoothie. Say to yourself, I can do smoothies in the morning. I can do salads with my proteins in the evening. I can do a yogurt or something at night. You like find a way, because now some of my queens is like, even if they are not at home, they kind of have an idea what they're going to eat, how they're going to eat it. And that alone helps you, so that even if you're not able to exercise, you are controlling what you're eating and it's not negatively affecting you. Or even the portions. Some of them have become portion experts. They look at their food, they're like, okay, my food is this, and that's it. My protein is this. Like, we have our little things that we can show you to help you gauge yourself. So at the end, I have a queen who for her, when she started, she was over 100, almost 110 kg. And it was just like, it was one of those last minute type of thing. Let me just try it and see. She had done keto, she had done Weight Watchers, she had done intermittent. She had done so many things. This was just like, okay, one last thing. This one won't kill me, so why don't I just try it? And she started, and just reordering her food. Just reordering her food. She wasn't too much into exercising, but just reordering her food, she started to feel a bit lighter. And so just that lightness is like,
okay, something's working.
Something's working. Okay, so now let me add a little something to it, So now the exercise kind of came in. It's like, okay, all right. And next thing she knew, she was getting compliments, but she thought people were just kind of saying it, just kind of. Because one person saw her, one of her coworkers saw her and said, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Oh, why?" She's like, "You like, are you stressing because you've kind of lost weight?" She's like, "Okay."
And is that bad?
Is it bad or not? She's like, "No, but I'm just concerned. Are you okay?" She's like, "No, she's okay. She's just," but in her head, it was like, I don't think I had lost that much weight, but
I had to be some concern.
So it's like, whatever. And then now she got it from her cousins, who are sarcastic people. So she was just thinking, okay, you guys are just kind of pulling my leg or whatever. And then she realized, she finally got on a scale. She's like, oh my gosh,
I've lost that much.
I actually lost that much. Like, so now that gave her the vim. So it's
last question.
Yes.
By the way, your T-shirt is very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have one song for men? This looks like a female cat.
Can you
Sweat,
read what's there?
Sweat is fat crying.
Yeah.
No. Do you have some for men? Or it's only for women?
Oh, we can get you some if you want.
Yeah.
We can make it happen.
Okay, so please get me some.
Yeah.
Some.
It's
not one, no. Some.
Some.
Okay, some.
We got you.
Male and female. Some.
Sure.
So when I'm going for my walk,
When
when we are going for our walks, then people can look at me and say, "Hey, your T-shirt." Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yes.
If you don't see my weight loss, I say, "See the T-shirt."
See the T-shirt. There you go.
Thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have learned practically how to start this journey. I did have one question, last question. Your biggest loser, how much did he lose? And over how much time?
I think our biggest loser lost in a year. She lost close to like 60 kg.
In a year?
Yeah, within 1 year.
5 kg a month.
Roughly.
That's about 1.25 kgs a week. So she was losing an average between 1 to 1.5 kgs a week.
Yeah.
Is she happy?
Oh, wow. It's like
over the moon.
Day and night. And that's the beautiful thing. You see, that's why TNU stands for the new you.
I didn't even ask. It stands
the
for
new you.
The new
you.
The new you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the body that will change. Because you see, the lifestyle needs to change as well. And when the lifestyle changes, you realize that your mindset changes. Like you begin to feel like a new person. Your relationship with food changes, just like Coach CJ mentioned. And now you begin to see exercise not as a chore, not because the doctor says do it, not because TNU says do it, but now you begin to see it as this is my way of living. Exercising is not because I need to check a box or something, but it's because this is the only body taking me through this experience called life. And spare body parts are hard to come by.
Yes, indeed.
Say it and say it
Ladies and
again.
gentlemen, I thank you for spending time with us. It's been 1.5 hours of a very interesting conversation, and I am motivated to move more.
Yes.
Go and look for my swimming coach. Walk more. So that when I get home every day, at least, get some workout in. But it's quite interesting. The few minutes before having a bath, even if it's 10 minutes, if it's 5
You
minutes,
can do something.
you can really get something
Yes,
in.
even brushing your
And,
teeth.
and it's better than doing nothing.
Yes, you can do your squats
Squats.
whilst you're brushing
You're
your
brushing,
teeth.
you're doing your side.
Okay. All right. So I think we shall be able to. Our guest today has been Sena Yeboah and Coach CJ from TNU, which also means the new you.
Yeah.
We've been talking about how to lose weight, and they have taught us a lot of things, which we are going to implement. We shall not only be hearers of the word, we shall also be
Do the
doers.
words.
Amen.
Yes, amen.
And so
Take us
we
to
shall
church.
we shall do that. The next time that we talk, we shall be able to share what we have done in the time that we have that has elapsed between our 2 visits. Ladies, I'm really grateful for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Grateful
us.
for the knowledge that you have shared and the love that you have given to my listeners.
Awesome.
And we will call you again sooner than you think, because we haven't finished though.
Yes.
We only got to exercise.
Yes.
We have a whole eating chapter
We
to
do.
talk about.
We do.
We haven't talked about advanced exercise.
Yes.
You understand? But, we shall be back.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Have
much
a
as
lovely
well.
week, everybody, and we shall see you next week on the Z Wellness Link. Goodbye. Good afternoon.
You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM, your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.